not give up on your legal status. Many people fail to respond to RFE or file an application before the deadline. This is why we offer a strategy session for 15 minutes at no cost to you. Not everyone qualifies. First, you need to speak with our CARES team. We receive many requests, so we recommend you answer a few questions on our website, greencardguys.com. Our mission is to help people live and work in America legally. Go ahead and subscribe below and follow and share. Talk to you soon. So my name is John Ting. Today's topic is investigating work green cards, okay, employment-based green cards. But of course, I'm here to answer any of your questions. So please post that question or ask that question down below, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram. I think that's it. There's a lot of platforms these days. So, but I do want to share with you that we have offer a strategy session for y'all as a benefit for y'all, a special offer for whoever's watching here today. And of course, if you see this in the recording, any of our followers, subscribers, a free, no cost to you strategy session for 15 minutes. And some of y'all might think, well, how can that be done in 15 minutes? That's kind of amazing, kind of short, it seems like. But our CARES team specialists, they're not lawyers, but they are trained pretty much every day to ask specific questions when you are able to share with them, maybe what kind of case you're filing for, what stage your case is. So they're not lawyers, so you can't ask them for legal advice. That's what the strategy session is for the lawyers to help answer your questions. But the way to access this, if you're on YouTube, you can see this, or Facebook. This number is 720-740-4247. Not trying to sound like one of those like shopping network TV channels, but 720-740-4247. But if you're a little shy, that's okay. You can go to our website, greencardguys.com, click on Contact Us, and answer a few questions, or go to freevisaquiz.com. It has a quiz also there so that our CARES team can get to you, call you within 24 hours of business day. But please note, if you do fill out the form through our main website, greencardguys.com, it does, after you answer the questions, it does take you to the next page to self-schedule appointment. We really make it easy for y'all so that you don't even have to call in. How do I schedule? It's all on the website after you answer the form. All right, folks. So again, if you're just now joining, I see some more people joining. Please, you're welcome to ask your question. Just comment down below. Or if you don't have a question, that's cool. Just hang out, say what's up. Happy to give some shout outs and or share your experience, if you've gone through the immigration journey. So just to be, clarified for those folks just joining, I practice immigration law in all 50 states of America. We have an office, yes, a physical office in Houston, Texas. I know there's a lot more lawyers on all these social media says virtual lawyer. I mean, we're still available if you want to see us in person. You want to come hang out in Houston from Cali, East Coast, it's all good. Come down to Houston, get some good grub, especially the Asian food, okay? I'm from Dallas area. The Vietnamese food is a lot better in Houston. So I'll definitely answer some questions, but in terms of the topic of the day, it's going to be a pretty short one, investigating work green cards, okay, folks? So there isn't a significant there isn't a significant issue with this right now, but just kind of thinking in the future, essentially is that number one, you want to tell the truth on your applications, including if you haven't filed in the future, or you haven't filed anything yet, but you're thinking about coming into America with a visitor visa. Please tell the truth. This is where people get tripped up because they rely on advice from a consultant, just an agency, and they say, well, are you dating someone? Okay, we're just going to write down married. No, don't do that. Don't let them do that. Okay. To be honest, we don't even offer a quote or anything for people who want to apply for a visitor visa because that is very straightforward. Okay. If you're going to tell the truth, which I hope so, then you can fill it out yourself. But I know some of y'all are concerned, like, I want to make sure you get it right. I get it. Then okay, hire someone. But don't let them try to bend the truth, even if can be considered a white lie. Okay. I mean, USCIS doesn't care. They don't make a difference on white lie or not. By the way, folks, my marketing team really wants me to share this, but if you enjoy the way we share content, answer questions, and just honestly just speed through to answer as many questions possible, please on TikTok tap the screen for the likes. They make it way easy. On Instagram, I have no idea what you gotta do to, I think, tap the screen too. Maybe hit the hearts. On YouTube, Facebook. Please click the thumbs up. But in all seriousness, it really does help us. At least give me some motivation to go live every day to answer questions, even if it's not related to immigration. Maybe some life advice. That young, okay. Do you have to go abroad for 601 waiver to be approved, or is that only for 601A? No, you can stay in America. If you sounds like you're currently in America, you can file the 601 while in America, but it just depends because usually it's when, I mean, it doesn't mean you can't file it while your petition's pending or something. But let's say if you're not eligible to adjust your status in the US in general, meaning get your green card in America and you don't have to leave, then if you cannot do that, then the 601 is typically after you have the visa interview abroad. Now, if you're trying to figure out which waiver, the typical one that people file for, it's all depending on the situation. The 601A is based on unlawful presence. So if you entered America with or without a visa, and you've here for more than 180 days already, at least minimum, then you do need to file the waiver. Okay. And that is you file the 601A waiver, okay, before you leave. Do not leave at all until the waiver is filed and approved. And then if it's approved, then you have to do all the stuff you got to do with National Visa Center. And then, then wait for the visa interview to be scheduled. So it's a lot that needs to be done. And I've shared on YouTube before, the processing or other channels, at least share on a screen on YouTube and Facebook, that the processing times for the 601A, I just checked earlier today, 44 months. Okay. They have two service centers for this, Nebraska and Potomac Service Center. So if you filed your case and you just got the transfer notice within the last 2 months, does it mean that they're going to work on your case? Unfortunately not. We've received a lot of them for our clients, and also our colleagues have told us, and people call in and tell us this, and they're like, what's up? It's been like 2 or 3 months. I thought I was going to get a decision. No, they're just playing around with you. Unfortunately, they're just delaying. We've heard some people that USCIS cannot locate their file. Now, I don't want to raise too much alarm, but I think for most of y'all, they have your file, your application. But for some people, especially when they're transferring locations, it might be lost. Because why would they transfer it? Whenever they transfer an application, it's for capacity reasons. Maybe they have more officers, personnel to review your case. But, they did that for thousands of people. So just realistically, that doesn't mean they're not going to even review your case. It's kind of like in a line, basically, waiting time. Let's see here. That young, you asked a follow-up question. Can you get your license while you wait for the waiver to be approved? So it sounds like you filed already. That's good because, yeah, it's taking 44 months, allegedly. I'm sorry, not allegedly. That's just what people are actually experiencing as well, a long wait time, which we sue for that, okay? We sue USCIS for that, even after 12 months. We don't recommend joining the class action. I think it's too late anyway. While you wait for it depends on the state. I know California, maybe New York are pretty flexible in general, regardless of what's going on with your immigration application. But the default for most states is that if you don't have a work permit at all, which you wouldn't be able to get one now that young, unless you have DACA or TPS or something like that. So I'm assuming you don't have that. Okay. Let's see here. I appreciate all the likes. I know it sounds strange. Honestly, I have to say I like it, but it's for the algorithm. So I greatly appreciate it. Makes me feel a little better. Let's see. How do you get first comment on TikTok here? I don't see a name, but it looks like a butterfly. How do I get my mother a green card? Well, you have to have status yourself. You have to be a U.S. citizen, okay, if you're the biological parent, okay? If you've been adopted by someone else, so your adoptive parent, and then trying to turn around and if you're trying to turn around and sponsor your biological parent, that's no go. You can't do that. Okay. If you've been adopted for immigration purposes to get your own residency, you can't turn around to adopt one of your own biological. I know that's not what you're asking necessarily, but that some people think that. So don't want you to waste all those fees. Some people have, and sometimes attorney's fees. Okay, Paul, how can you immigrate to Canada with USA citizenship? I wish I could answer that. I do have some colleagues and friends who are lawyers in Canada, so they could answer that question for you. If you send me a message, I can send you, or my marketing team or myself can send you that person's TikTok profile or website. Okay, but we don't. Our law firm does not handle exbound outside the United States. But thank you for asking. Oh, and to that young, if you're still on, I think some states like California don't necessarily need to show residency for too long. I could be wrong. I've just heard that people are more able to get driver license from those states. So good luck. Let's see here. Someone loves me. Okay, I appreciate that. Am I single? No, I'm not single. I am married. Thank you for asking. You're stuck in Italy. Okay, well, hope you can get a visa here. So, by the way, folks, if for y'all that have some money saved up and you have the business mindset, you're an entrepreneur at heart, and you don't have to start a business in your country of nationality or even where you live right now, but you want to start one in America, you can do that. Okay, if your country is part of the e-visa list, we call it treaty trader list. It's on the Department of State website. It's on our website as well, so you can take a look because we've had cases approved even with $50,000 investment. Okay, and when I say investment, you have to actually spend the money because you need proof of that. You can't just say that I'm willing to spend that much. So, but I would just say, oh, okay, someone had to drop a deuce. Interesting. Okay, interesting comments. I wonder if that's a bot or you're like real life. Someone said, or real person, is a U.S. non-immigrant visa holder, can you transfer to Canada after the contract? I need to know more facts. Maybe, I mean, you have a non-immigrant visa, maybe like H-1B or something, but you want to move to Canada, then you need to have your lawyer, your company's lawyer, file an amendment, basically a change in the details there. But it depends on the visa. So, I mean, essentially, if you're moving to Canada, you're not using the US visa anymore, which is fine. You can re-enter, but still valid. Not sure if that really. You guys are hilarious. Where's the best place to buy a hot foreign wife? I have no idea, Chase. No idea. Good luck. Good luck. But I've heard there's a lot of apps out there. For dating, might want to try that. Okay. I've heard success stories, actually. So believe it or not, even on Tinder. So good luck. All right. So let me go to YouTube now. Y'all have been waiting patiently. Thank you so much. Okay, Usama, your wife petitioned your father's I-130 June 8th, 2023. You received the receipt number, but still no new update. Can you tell me about something? She petitioned your case it's at the California Service Center. What's the update? It's only been a month, buddy. It's only been a month. In fact, if you're a bride, that makes a key difference. So let me see if I can share. See if I can share my screen on YouTube here. So I need to know, Usama, if you're still on, I need to know if you are outside America or not, because that usually plays a key difference here. Let me share my screen. Some of you are funny with the comments. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Usama, so I'm pulling up. I don't know why. It's a little funky today. Okay, there we go. Let me click on I-130. I'm assuming your spouse is a U.S. citizen if that's what you said, and takes a couple seconds here to load up. But in the meantime, in general, petitions, unfortunately, okay, there we go. Clicked on California Service Center. 14 and a half months, okay? But if I don't think you're in a situation because you didn't share this, but Usama, if you were in the U.S., maybe on a visitor visa or something like that, even if you overstayed, then you can file for the 485 based on a spouse who is a U.S. citizen, not a resident. Okay, unless well, actually, right now the visa bulletin shows current for that, but it can change month to month. So I wouldn't take that risk unless your spouse is a U.S. citizen. Let's see. I see some questions. Oh, Jeannie or Jenny, I saw your question earlier. I'm gonna record a video about that for you. But it's for our law firm. It's around like I don't think I'm allowed to share prices on here, but around like 38 to 46. Okay, so it just depends on what service plan we do. Offer service plans, so depending how soon you want to file the case, it can range. Max plan is file your case in 72 hours. Uh, Pro plan is file your case in 7 business days, or the light plan file in 30 days. We generally don't hold it up. Like it's just like we don't actually wait the 30 days. It's more so like just being transparent with our work or our caseload. Because of course I love suing the government. So why not file ASAP? But I just have to just capacity reasons. But at the same time, we get pretty good, better expectation than the government. Can you imagine that? It's freaking ridiculous over there. But yeah, I'll record a more specific video before I lose my voice. Protensky, you're 45, got transferred under VAWA. How long is it going to take to receive your green card if you're married if you're based on U.S. citizen marriage before? They say for speed processing, they're not generally speeding up these VAWA cases in general, but let me see if I can check that. 485, and the basis is under. You know what? They actually don't make a specific. You can't see on the screen because it's on the drop-down menu here on YouTube and Facebook. But the only other one is like family-based or employment-based or based on asylum, refugee, T visa, or U visa. So I'm just gonna pick family-based, and then yeah, it depends on your field office. So let me. I don't want to pick a random one. So if you're still on, just let me Protensky. Let me know which where your case is located. It's probably at a service center. But again, y'all, the processing times online, it's not always accurate. It gives you a decent idea. And if people are interested about suing the government, it's not, you don't necessarily have to wait that amount of time. So like waiver cases, I think for Jenny, it's a waiver case application. If it says 44 months right now, it doesn't mean you actually have to wait 44 months because honestly, they're slapping us around. Okay, we don't want to be bullied. I can't believe I just shook my head like that. We don't want to be bullied, okay? We don't want the USCIS to mess around and just because I'm just imagining they got like a webmaster and they're just changing the times. I don't think it's any kind of mathematical formula. So that'd be interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm talking very fast. Yeah, I do. I got to. I'm sorry. It's a lot of information. Okay. Anyways, going back to the questions. SS that Goy 12. What if you came here on visa and expired in a criminal record? Can I just file one waiver or two? Yeah, you're gonna. I don't know your case specific situation, so you're gonna have to contact us or answer the form on a website for a strategy session. Because my follow-up questions will be more about the crime anyway, so you don't want to share that on social media. It might be two waivers, okay? Okay, Muhammad said, good job, bro, but then said, I need to slow down talking. Okay, you love me, so you just mess with me. Okay, gotcha. Moving on now. Okay, okay, Milton, not gonna respond to you. Probably you don't want to share those case specific information, Milton. You need to hire a lawyer if that's true. Someone asked Saint Monica, can you sponsor? I guess you're saying, can you sponsor a sister and her family over 21? How long will it take? Um, if her children are over 21 already, then it's too late. It has to be a separate case. This is F4 category family preference. It's taking a hell of a long time. So if you rely on a visa bulletin, which you have to, then um, yeah, it's taking a long time. The visa bulletin, I believe, let me pull it up. Okay. Pretensky, your question, you're saying yours at the Nebraska Service Center. Unfortunately, they don't have that option here. Yeah, because the drop down menu is family based adjustment. So they don't have one, but I was trying to see if, based on that family based adjustment, they don't, yeah, they don't have a drop down that includes service center on that one. So unfortunately, I don't really have it. I mean, average time is at least 1 to 2 years, okay, for VAWA adjustment. Let's see here. But yeah, to answer St. Monica's question, how long will it take? So the petition in general, so just sharing on for filing for a sister, it's at least a 3-step process. The first step, let me share on YouTube here, is filing a petition. And if I drop down here, U.S. citizen filing for us, let me just pick a California Service Center, filing for a sibling, it's 86.5 months. So if I do my math, that's at least 7 years. So let's see here. So 7 years, and then let me pull up the visa bulletin. It's August 2023 visa bulletin. Okay, so let's say you filed your petition a long time ago, right? Then the F4, they're working on case. If you're not from China, India, Mexico, or Philippines, or your sister, then they're working on a case with a prior date of March 2008. So people, essentially people who file a petition in March 2008, then they can move on to the next step, which sometimes right before this prior date shows up, you can upload your financial statements, or it's not statements, but the bank account, pay stubs, things of that nature. And then when the prior date shows up, then eventually they'll schedule your sister for the visa interview. Okay. But the thing is, folks, that's going to take a long time, right? It currently shows 2008, and right now it's 2023. It's a heck of a long time. So if your sister's thinking about coming to America and she's of working age and still able to work and willing to work, then I recommend, and especially if she's abroad, if she's in the U.S., it's probably too late if she's overstayed visa. But it's better to go through employment. I'll take about at least a 2 to 3 year process, unless there's a self petition. Could be like 1 to 2 years. But again, depending on the country and nationality. But that's just a quick thing. She'll need to get on. If you can share our channel to your sister or your friend, then maybe she'll be able to share more information. Angelica, happy birthday tomorrow to you. Happy birthday to you. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how TikTok works, Milton, but you still don't want to share that kind of information on here. I mean, I don't know why you would, unless you're probably messing around. They transferred your case after RFE. You sent the 693 to the field office. Yeah, send back. Okay, you submitted the 693. You chat with Emma on the website chat. A case was transferred to the field office from the NBC. I'm assuming you mean maybe you sent it to the National Benefits Center. So hopefully they did obtain your medical exam and put it with the file and sent to the field office. So I'm assuming maybe your concern is maybe they don't have the file, the medical exam. So just leave it up to them for at least a couple months. what's it called? So hopefully they haven't, because there's nothing you can do now to intervene to make sure in that sense. Um, if you call in USCIS, the contact center, I don't think they'll be able to tell you to verify with you. Oh yeah, they have the medical in the package. They got it before they moved it to the field office. That'd be great if they could. That'd be wonderful. But I don't think they get access to that. Oh, why they sent to field office? Because RFE responded says 46 days, still no decision. Because it's typical. It's typical traditionally to send it to the field office. Um, if they send it to field office, it doesn't always mean it's going to be an interview, but they could still waive the interview. And maybe they even sent it to a different field office, not the one that's near you. Because we have in Texas, there's a field office in Brownsville, so they inherently not as many people live in Brownsville compared to like Houston, El Paso, or Dallas even. So the Brownsville for a while was approving these cases, those offices over there without an interview. Okay. Well, they sent it near you. So I mean, either way, it's not a bad thing. Okay. So hold tight. Okay. You're good. You're good right now, at least. Okay. Hopefully they'll get yours done sooner than later. Okay. Let's see here. For those folks on YouTube, what happens if no decision for 6 months after interview with citizenship and 400? In fact, actually, after 120 days, you can sue the government. This is the one application type that on the USCIS policy manual, they say you can sue the government in federal court, district court, after 120 days. So if my math is right, 4 months. They don't require you to wait a quote unquote unreasonable delay, which, to most people, 4 months, 120 days is already unreasonable. But that wouldn't be considered unreasonable for other applications. But for naturalization and 400, it can be. So you're already at 6 months, it sounds like. You can sue the government. Typically, you need a lawyer. I mean, I recommend you having a lawyer. It doesn't have to be us. It would be our pleasure to assist you, Al Kareem. But yeah, that's something to think about. If anyone's been delayed of their decision for N400 to become a U.S. citizen, and it's approaching 4 months, 120 days, give us a call. Wrap it up, okay? Now for John Million. Somehow on YouTube and Facebook, it cut me out for a second. Let's see here. What to do if on the USCIS website, I think you mean, when they say your weight could be less or more? Your citizen wife, I don't know. I think you mean wait time. Okay, wait time. Your wait time could be less or more. Yeah, they can't give you an exact answer, of course. U.S. citizen wife filed for you last December. For some reason, okay, down below you say you started the process last December. It was signed 7 months. Yeah, you filed it 7 months ago. What? Well, I didn't know. Ja, are you in America? Did you file the 485 or only the petition? If you file the only petition, a safe assumption is, are you abroad? That makes a key difference here. Let's see. Okay, Emily, see your question. Complicated way to explain it. But before I get to you, I see Zien. Okay, 485 Washington D.C. Service Center. Yeah, Potomac, 53.5 months. Yeah, it's nuts. 53 and a half. Let me see real quick. Is it for the 45 you said? Okay. Is that family based? Okay. Well, sounds good. I'm sorry I can't get to all your questions. Emily, I'm going to record a video on one of these channels. I'll try to record one on YouTube, okay? At least because to share my screen and whatnot, because it takes a little more time. I just hit the 30-minute mark, so I'm tired. Okay, folks, I got to eat and I got to get to another meeting. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Again, if you enjoy the way we share content, see, I'm losing my voice already. Tap the screen, hit the hearts, hit the thumbs up and subscribe, follow, and share our video. We greatly appreciate it. All right. I won't be on tomorrow because we have a retreat with the team. So I'll see you back on Thursday. Actually, I might go live on TikTok at night. So, all right. Wish y'all the best. Have a wonderful day. Okay. Take care now. Bye-bye. Oh, and contact us. If I didn't answer your question, please contact us 720-740-4247 or go to our website greencardguys.com. I greatly appreciate it. Bye-bye.